Let us understand about a method. What is method? Before going to method, let us understand some of the prerequisites of that method. Okay, that is knowledge required to understand method. Okay, observe. Now, prerequisites. Okay, first, what is block? What is a block? What is a block? And what is collective? What is collective? And what is argument? What is argument? What is argument? So these terminologies one must know to understand about a method and other few terminology of our method. Okay. Now observe, what is a block? What is a block? Come on, along with me. Starting and ending scope. What is this one? Called as what? Starting scope. What is this one? Starting scope. Now this one is called as what? Ending scope. And this one is called as what? Ending scope. Okay. With the greater than or equal to 0 statement. Okay. So this curly brace, that is open curly brace and ending curly brace is called as what? Starting scope. Okay. And this one is called as what? Ending scope. Okay. Starting scope and the ending scope. With greater than or equals to 0 statement called as what? Called as a block. Called as what? A block. Okay. So this opening curly brace is called as what? Starting scope. And this ending curly brace is called as what? That is closing curly brace is called as what? Ending scope. So with greater than or equal to 0 statement, then this one is called as what? A block. This one is called as what? A block. Okay. It's called as what? A block. So what is block? Starting and ending scope with greater than or equal to 0 statements called as what? A block. Now coming to collectives. What is collective? Observe. And example for this one. Okay. Example. Simple example. Open scope, end scope, int A equals to double 8. It's also one statement, right? Yes, we understood earlier. So it is also one statement. Now coming to collectives. Observe here. Opening and ending. Open and close the parenthesis called as what? Collective. What is that one? Open and close the parenthesis called as what? Collective. Observe here. This is what? Opening and this is what? Closing opening and closing. Opening parenthesis. Okay, parenthesis. And closing parenthesis. Opening and closing parenthesis. Okay, closing parenthesis. Called as what? Collective. Okay, so what is a collective? Opening and closing parenthesis. Called as what? Collective. Now coming to argument. Coming to what? Argument. What is argument? Observe. First of all, what is a block? Starting and ending. So with greater than or equals to 0 statements called as what? A block. Okay. Now what is collective? Opening and closing parenthesis called as collective. Now coming to argument. What is argument? Yes. That is, observe here. Variable declaration. Int A is a right. Semicolon is what? Variable declaration. Yes or no? It is what? Variable declaration. Now observe. Variable declaration. What is that one? Variable declaration. Okay. variable declaration. Okay, variable declaration without semicolon. Did I put any semicolon here? No. Variable declaration without semicolon in collective called as what? Argument. Okay, called as what? Argument. Okay. So here this is what? Example. This is what? Example. Now within collective I can put double also, right? Double D. Yes, this is also what? Argument. Double D. Just double D called as what? Argument. Okay. Now come on. What is argument? Variable declaration without semicolon. Without semicolon in collectives. In collectives called as what? Argument. Called as what? Argument. Called as what? Argument. Okay. So variable declaration without semicolon in collectives called as what? Argument. Example. These are the examples. This is what the prerequisite to understand about a method. Okay. Observe here what we understood. What is a block? What we understood? What is a block? Block means what? Starting and ending scope with greater than or equals to 0 statement. Now coming to this part, what is collective? Opening and closing parentheses called as what? Collective. Coming to this part, what is argument? Variable declaration without semicolon in collective called as argument. Variable declaration without semicolon in collective called as what? Argument. Called as what? Argument. Now please be very careful. What is the method? Now let us go for method definition. What is method? Okay, observe. You have to tell me now. Okay, observe. Observe. This one is called as what? With a greater than or equal to 0 statement. Block. A block. Yes or no? This is what a block. Yes or no? This is what a block. Opening and closing scopes. That is starting and ending scopes. Starting and ending scopes with a greater than or equal to 0 statements called as a called as what? A block. Called as what? A block. Now observe carefully. Okay, I am giving one name for this block. Let it be Anil. Otherwise, M-O-O-N, moon. Okay, M-O-O-N, moon. I am giving the name for this block. Sir, no. I am giving name for this block with collectives. What is that? With collectives. Having argument. Okay, having what? Argument. Variable declaration without semicolon in collectives called as argument. Now observe here, this is the name for the block, right? This is the name for the block. Okay, with the collectives having what? Argument. Having what? Argument. Okay, with at least written data type as void. Okay, and return data type. Observe here, return data type. Okay, what is this one? Return data type. At least void I have to write. Okay, at least the void I have to write. At least void I have to write. Okay, otherwise you can write other data types also. 3 categories of data types you are having, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. So this one is called as, okay, called as what? Return data type. I will tell one by one all of those. Okay. So data type is what? Data type at least void is required. Where arguments are optional. These arguments are there, right? It is optional. If you want to write, you write. Otherwise, you leave it. Observe here, this is a valid function. Yes, this is a valid function. Now observe here, I am going to write one more function. Void. Okay, na? So yeah. Okay, na? Now observe here. This is a valid function, right? Where arguments are optional. I mean valid method. This is called as what? Valid method. where arguments are optional. But return data type must at least void. If I want to write void, I can write. Otherwise, you can write any data type. Later, I will tell what is return data type. Everything slowly, one by one. Okay. So, observe here. Now, let me give the definition. Name of a block. Okay, name of a block with collectives having arguments. Having what? Arguments and return data type as at least void. Okay, and having return data type at least void. Okay, and having return data type. This one is called as, this void is there, right? Return data type. And having return data type at least void. What is this return data type terminology? I will tell you later. What is written data type? It's a big concept. I mean, a little bit small concept only we will discuss. Written data type, I will tell. Having written data type at least void. Okay, where arguments, yes, are optional. Where arguments are what? Optional. Okay, that's all. This is what your method. This is what your method. Okay. So, what you have understood here? Name for your block.
Name for a block is arguments.
Yes. Having yes.
Arguments are
Optional. Okay, na? Also here, what is this one? Name of a block with collective having argument. Okay, and having written data type at least the void where arguments are optional. It's called as what? A method. It's called as what? Method. It's called as what? Method. In this method, we are having n number of things. In this method, we are having n number of things. Slowly, one by one, I will insert. No need to worry. Okay. So now this is what our method. This is what our method. This is what our method definition, and this is what our examples. Two examples. This is what our example. Okay. Please observe. One. What is a block? Starting and ending scope with greater than or equal to 0 statement is called as a block. What is collectives? Opening and closing parenthesis called as collectives. What is argument? Variable declaration without semicolon in collectives called as argument. It's called as what? Argument. Also here, variable declaration without semicolon in collectives called as what? Argument. Now coming to this method. What is method? Block is name of a block with collectives having one argument and having written data type at least a void. Okay, at least void. Okay, at least void where arguments are optional. It's called as what? A method. It's called as what? A method. It's called as what? A method. These are the examples.